Go.
Achilles rehab. After having quite a few Achilles issues last year, which kind of started probably before Ironman Florida, but it was kind of manageable. In the run up to Daytona, it was kind of getting steadily worse. So by the time I got to Daytona, couldn't really run, which resulted in a DNF, which is very disappointing. But post that, I thought it would be quite interesting to give a little insight into how I rehabbed it, how I got back to running, and some of the stuff that I've done that now means that I've been running a whole load of PBs, which is quite nice. Post Daytona, I had 2 weeks of actually proper holiday, so actually didn't really do anything, a bit of swimming in the sea, but not much else. Then got back to the UK and had a week of, again, no running. I did a little bit of chilled cycling and some swimming, but still pretty chilled around then. Had a week of starting to get back into general exercise, and with that I started doing some aqua jogging. So I'm lucky in that I've got access to a treadmill in the endless pool, so I stuck to that because I didn't want to put too much pressure on the Achilles, and I was doing sort of 3 40-minute runs a week. I did that for 2 weeks. Then after that I was starting to add in a bit of normal treadmill as well as the treadmill in the endless pool, so I was doing kind of 10-15 minutes on the normal treadmill and then doing the rest of the run on the underwater treadmill. Again, I was trying to do it to making sure I couldn't feel the Achilles. Alongside all this, I was also doing a lot of rehab and strength work on the Achilles, so calf raises, a lot of calf raises, bent leg, straight leg. Alongside those, doing a whole load of iso holds with the weight vest on. So you get some quite conflicting views on whether calf raises are good or bad for certain types of Achilles injuries. So I was trying to mix it up a bit. The iso holds really help kind of put the tension on the Achilles and strengthen it, so they actually I found really effective. And then alongside that, a whole load of mobility, because I think some of my Achilles issues come from my tight calves. So I was also trying to do a bit of kind of mobility and flexibility on the calves. 2 weeks of proper aqua jogging, a week after that doing a bit of treadmill, then also sort of aqua jogging treadmill. Then after that I started trying to add in a bit more running, so I was doing sort of 30 minutes on the treadmill. At this point it was really icy outside, so I actually kept everything on the actual treadmill, so I didn't want to go out. You know, I think Achilles, any kind of uneven ground or slippiness is not good, so avoided all of that. So I think that's that first outside run, maybe like 9 weeks after Daytona. I again kept it very easy. I was doing sort of jog walk to make sure that everything was feeling alright, and was kind of keeping very on top of whether I could feel the Achilles. I was expecting to feel it a little bit, but what I was looking for was for it to warm up a little bit and kind of ease off. Then started feeling quite good, and I think because I eased back in quite slowly, I've actually not had any issues since. So that then gets us to kind of early February. Then I've actually just had a really good solid block of run training, which I think is where some of these run PBs have come from. So like a normal week of running would be a kind of hard session on Tuesday, so a lot of that I'm not doing like super short, sharp stuff. I've been focusing more at that kind of 7.3 and slightly above pace, so kind of slightly longer reps, so something like 2k reps, 1k reps, 1500 meter reps, and going at more of that, I think what I would hope would be sort of my 10k pace. But I don't know, because I've not done a 10k for a while, but not going like super hard. If it's a descending set, I'd be doing sort of 400 meter jog recovery. If it was, say, 1500 meter intervals, that is also, I think, about 400 metre recovery in between, but the recovery being really easy jog. For me, I like jogging as my recovery. Like, I don't like to just stop and stand there because I find it really hard to get going again. Like Tuesday would be the hard run, Wednesday probably like a easy sort of 40-minute run, Thursday a bit of a longer, like maybe an hour run, maybe a bit of drills. Sometimes a run on a Friday, but it also depends on what else I've done. But probably 3 runs during the week, then a run on the Saturday and a long run on the Sunday, with one of the Saturday or Sunday run also having some intervals in, but at much more of a kind of more like Ironman pace, I guess. So yeah, so that's been the kind of road back to running. 50 and 70k a week. Like 70k would be quite a big week. That would be like Ironman train, like proper Ironman block. Yeah, on average much more like 50 to 60k. Not a big believer in massive run volume. I think particularly with not having a proper run background. I think it's a bit different if you've got more of a run background and more of that volume in your legs. But yeah, I think I've seen that actually I can build a bit more of the endurance on the kind of bike as well, and just try and have high quality sessions. Everyone's always quite eager to see quick results, but actually I think, you know, like you say, consistency is really key, but you need to have that patience that the consistency will get you there. Patience is definitely not one of my strong points, by the way, so that has been quite hard. But yeah, I think believe in the process and yeah, see where it gets you.